Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another Minecraft discussion. I'm up here on Inspiration Bridge with little G. There he is. So yeah, my name is Kimberly Quinn. I'm thrilled to have this talk today about know your mind's power. And you know, it never ceases to amaze me. After the first week of school, because I have mostly first years, we start off with mindfulness right out of the gate, and then each and every class begins with 1 minute of mindfulness, followed by a gratitude go around. But when we're first just talking about it, like the idea, and the idea of becoming the boss of your brain, the idea that thoughts come first and feelings come second, I watch the light bulbs go on in their young minds, just eager and so enthusiastic to learn. And so we talked about it yesterday, and how the idea that there are only two choices when it comes down to it. Either we control our thoughts or our thoughts control us. And then I'll say, now which one is more pleasant? And they all sort of said, don't overthink. Well, of course, when we control our thoughts, far more pleasant. And then we talk about it that it really is on us. This is, we can't do what we don't know, but once we get it, it's up to us to do it, really. And oh, the birds are loud. I love that. And so then right away before the hands start flying with the, well, I have this, I have that. I said, no matter what we fill in the blank with, I have ADHD, which is a fast mind club. We talk about that too. Anxiety, depression, bipolar, blah, 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 blah. It still is up to us. It might be harder, but it's still up to us. We can still control our thoughts. We also talk about perfectionism and how you're better off dropping the F-bomb than than saying that word and holding the bar that high. And we talk about setting the bar, do our best. So if we practice more thought control today than yesterday, yay, good for us. If we were more mindful in this moment with more of our life minutes today than yesterday, good for us. If we had more moments of gratitude today than yesterday, good for us. And I don't think we realize how powerful the mind really is. Once we start to get a grip on our thinking, it becomes very evident, because here's the deal, and you know what's going on by how you feel. We literally cannot feel anxious without having an anxious thought first. And then they kind of look at me, they're thinking like, what about automatic thought? And I said, well, yeah, I just did this yesterday. So, I knew the young man I could play with, and I said, so if we were to carve Jason's skull open with kindness and anesthesia, of course, and then place his wonderfully brilliant young adult mind in a big jar on the shelf, what would Jason be thinking? And they all kind of giggle, but they're also giving it some thought. And the answer is nothing. You can't you can't feel without your brain, because thoughts are first and feelings are second. They all come from the brain. That's it. The end. Where's she want to see something? Well, I don't know. Well, it's not large, so there's the good thing. So yes, so if we pay attention to how we feel, then we know what we're thinking. So therefore, since thoughts dictate feelings, the way to feel better is to think better. And I think it was Abraham Maslow, one of my two favorite psychologists, with Viktor Frankl. I also love him. Who doesn't love both of them? And he said something, I'm paraphrasing, about we can't use the same mind that created the problem to find the solution, which means obviously that when we're stuck in whatever the conflict is, or whatever, maybe it's from a year ago, 2 years ago, last week, whatever, when we're stuck in that feedback loop of whatever the conflict does, or whoever did whatever wrong to us, and we're trying to figure out, that's not how it's going to happen. We got to shift into our now present moment, instead of living the past in the now, which just pollutes and corrodes, brings pollution to the now, right? Or bringing the future into the now just corrodes and corrupts, so that future present moments are then getting a trail of that, right? So it's so important to really get that, how powerful the mind is. And here's the thing, a calm mind is a tremendously powerful mind, also a very creative mind, because once we get rid of all that junk that's clouding up the mind, it opens up space. Not different than similar, so I guess say similar to a computer. When it's filled up, there's not enough space, it starts to not work properly. It becomes unable to take in new information or run new programs. I know I've seen that happens to me a couple times a year, I guess, when I forget to get rid and delete of old videos and things, because they take up so much space and just have big memory, right? So it actually is a good example that I didn't think about until this minute, hence Inspiration Bridge, I guess. I'm walking on it. When we delete all that old stuff, instead of, we get the junk out, and not just the junky memories. And obviously it's not like you can just hit a delete button in a mind. No, but we can consciously choose to shift out of that place. Absolutely we can. And with practice, then it gets easier and easier and easier. Once we get rid of the junk, that also we might need to get rid of, jealousy, get rid of these things that just take up huge, like computer memory space. Then, wow, the power is there. The power is there to move mountains. And when we add to all that, and the power behind our thinking, that we're part of all this collective, and that, we're really energy walking around and wearing different outfits, right? Right, G? You and I are energy. We're wearing different outfits. That's right. When we stop and think about that, the thought control then combined with opening up the space, then combined with this universal source of intelligence and love that's rolling through us, has literally created worlds. Doesn't that blow your mind? Yeah. So if we kind of put all that together, that we're part of that, really, when we think about it, there's nothing we can't do. All things are possible. It's wide open. And really, it all begins here. That's it. Know the power of your mind. This is Kimberly Quinn and Giovanni signing off from the beautiful Notch in Northern Vermont. Have a powerful, very authentically powerful day.